In this video, I want to address moving files properly within Lightroom and how not to do it, and what happens if you do it the wrong way and you need to track down your files again. I'm in my assignment 2 folder, and let's say these last two pictures, picture 11 and 12, I realize, oh, I meant to put those in assignment 1, not assignment 2. The best way to do this, the best way to move these pictures, is to select them in the grid view and then click and drag one of those pictures. All of them will go, anything that's selected will go. And all I'm doing is dragging them to the left and putting them on top of the folder where they should be. And when I let them go, Lightroom asks me, are you sure you wanted to move those? And I can say, yes, I do. I want to move them. If I don't want to see this again, I can always click the box here to don't show this warning again. But when I say, yes, I do want to move them, you see they disappear from this folder, this grid of images. And if I go to my folder of assignment 1, here are those two images. Now, just to reinforce the lesson, I'm going to select both of these and move them back. I'm going to select those two images, drag them over to the left and onto the folder of assignment 2 and let them go. I'm going to confirm to Lightroom, yes, I did intend to move those, and now they've been moved. If I go to my assignment 2 folder, here they are again, relocated as they should be. I sort of think of this like the metaphor of, like, if I'm going to go into a library and move books somewhere, I certainly wouldn't move books from one shelf to another and not tell anybody. Those books will basically become lost. I'm going to, maybe with the librarian's assistance, say, hey, these books should really be categorized on this shelf, and then we make a notation in the card catalog or the online books catalog, and that's a way that we can still find them again. What's the wrong way to do this? Well, here's what a lot of students do, not knowing any better. We're used to working in the Finder and simply going to a folder, finding things that should be somewhere else and dragging them there. So let's say I go to assignment 2 and I grab these last two pictures, picture 11 and picture 12, and I think, okay, I know these are supposed to be in assignment 1 folder. So I'm simply going to drag them from one to the other. Makes perfect sense. And I can go here and sure enough, there are pictures 11 and 12. Okay, I moved them, no problem. I know how to do that. The problem is that when I go back to Lightroom, these two pictures now have this funny little icon. And they might have a little exclamation point or question mark. This icon tells me that there's a smart preview for that file. Well, there's smart previews for all of these files, but in this case what it's saying is there's only a smart preview. And if I click on that, it says, hey, this image can be edited because it has a smart preview, but the original file could not be found. Would you like to locate it? So this is a problem. A lot of students get this when they're going to print or do something else with their image, and uh-oh, the file is missing. It can't be found. What do I do? Well, what you can do is when you click on that thing, it will tell you where the previous location is. It will say the name of the file, and it also gives you an opportunity to locate. So a few things. One, do you know where you actually put that file? Maybe you remember perfectly well. Oh, right, I moved that to assignment 1. No problem, you could click locate. It's going to give you a typical dialog box here, a Finder window, and you can go, yeah, I'm going to go back to assignment 1. I'm going to go down here. Here is that file, and I'm going to hit select. And not only is it going to locate that picture, it's going to locate the other one that went missing too. It's smart enough to know, oh yeah, you moved both of those pictures, may as well just relocate both of those. So now they've disappeared from the contents of folder 2 because that's not where they are. They're in the folder for assignment 1, and when I click back over there, here they are. So that's one way that you can locate these missing files. I'm going to go move those again. Let's see, let's go back to assignment 1. I'm going to move these properly this time to where they're supposed to be. But once again, I'm going to do the wrong thing. I'm going to go to the Finder, open up my drive, go to those two files, 11 and 12, and I'm going to drag them somewhere they shouldn't be. Let's drag them into assignment 3 this time just for fun. So now when I go back to Lightroom, and again I get this warning like, hey, can't find that file. We got a smart preview, but the original file can't be found. Would you like to locate it? Let's imagine I don't know where I put it. Geez, I think I moved that file somewhere. I don't know. You could bring up a Finder window and try to look through folder after folder and folder and try to find that file, and it's gonna take a while. But another thing you can do is simply drag across the file name. I'm going to do Command-C to copy, and I'm going to say locate. Oh yeah, I want to locate that file. All right, where are you going to find that file? Might take forever to find it. You can go looking through folder after folder after folder trying to find that file, but I could also go up to the search field and now paste that file name in there, and it's going to look it up and say, hey, there's that file you were looking for. Awesome. Now all I have to do is hit select. Not only is it going to locate that file, it locates the other one, and over in my folders area, you can see that, hey, assignment 3 folder showed up. There are 2 pictures there. There are my pictures. So now that I've relocated these pictures, I think, oh, finally I found them. There they are. They were missing. Now I can just simply drag them back into the assignment where they should have been and said, okay, move. In sum here, remember that when you move images from folder to folder, do it within Lightroom. Move them within Lightroom. Do not move them simply in the Finder. If you do somehow lose your files, maybe because you mislocated them using the Finder, that's how you will locate your files again. And one more thing to add. If you are missing files, like I'm going to mislocate these files deliberately again, poor pictures 11 and 12, I keep mislocating them deliberately. If I mislocate these files, tell you what, let's mislocate these, that's fine, into assignment 3. And I go in here and I click on this little icon to try to find them. Oh no, they're missing, what do I do? This is also helpful. Previous location. If you're trying to find your files and you're wondering where have they gone, one of the things I always look at when I'm helping students find their files is where does Lightroom think this picture is supposed to be? If I look at this and it says that the volume, right after volumes, starts with the name of the home computer or a classroom computer, that means that they were probably imported to the pictures folder of that computer, and that's the first place I'm going to go look for them if I can still locate that computer, if we can still have access to that computer. But there is a chance that that computer is a school computer and the hard drive has been wiped clean, maybe in a refresh overnight. It is possible at that point that the image is truly gone and missing. And at that point, the only option might be to re-import that picture off of the memory card if the student still has it. Anyway, I'm going to quickly click locate here. I know where I put these pictures. I put them in assignment 3. I'm going to click on that picture and relocate it. And now I can go to my assignment 3 folder in the folders area, select both of these, and move them back to where they were supposed to be. All right, and that concludes how to properly move and relocate files in Lightroom.